So Dragon's Dogma 2 is just over a week away now, and as I always like to do in the lead up to launch for any game, today we're going to be discussing all of the key differences between each edition of Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, for all editions, just to kind of get the boring bits out of the way, the game is launching on March 22nd on the PS5, the Xbox Series consoles, and of course on Steam as well. And luckily, to make this video a little bit easier, there are simply two editions of this game, the Standard Edition and the Deluxe Edition. Now, for both of those editions, there are pre-order bonuses as well, which are essentially the same with one exception. So for the Standard Edition pre-order, you will get the Superior Weapons Quartet, which is an additional weapon for each vocation in the game, or at least each of the starting vocations. As you can see, they are gold themed, but there is no confirmation yet as to whether they have better stats than the base weapons or whether they're essentially just the same stats, but kind of a better looking skin. So we're going to have to wait and see for that. But regardless, even if they have the exact same stats as the base weapons, they look absolutely sick. Now, as for the Deluxe Edition, if you pre-order this, you will get those same weapons, but there is also a ring called the Ring of Assurance, and it says that there is an Adventurer's Safeguard. So I'm not sure if this kind of gives you some added HP or something, but it clearly has some sort of helpful bonus for the early game content. So I'm not too sure on the weapons. I'd imagine they probably have at least similar stats. They may have a slight buff, but with that ring, if you do pre-order the Deluxe Edition, it seems that will actually help you gameplay wise. Now, all of those are, of course, just for the pre-orders. If you buy the game after launch, you won't get some of those items, or at least you're not guaranteed to get them anyways. They have mentioned that some of them will maybe be coming to the game down the line. Some of them may be even available in-game already, but I'd imagine that is probably just the ring and not the weapon quartet, because they looked a little bit more specific, the fact that they were all gold. So I'd imagine what that means there when they say some of these may come down the line is that maybe you can just actually go and purchase the ring in-game, for example, or find it somewhere in a chest, compared to if you pre-order it, you will just start off with it straight away. Now, for the Standard Edition, this one is very basic. You literally just get the game itself and, of course, that weapon quartet if you do pre-order. And the Standard Edition comes in at $70 US, £70 if you're in the UK, or about $100 if you are a fellow Aussie. As for the Deluxe Edition, this is actually reasonably priced compared to a lot of recent Deluxe Editions that I've seen, only being $10 more than the Standard Edition. So this one comes in at $80 US, £80 if you are in the UK, or around 123 Australian, but it kind of depends where you get it from in Australia. That is just on the Xbox store. I'd say it's probably closer to 115 if you do buy the physical edition from JB Hi-Fi or EB Games, for example. Now, before we get into what you get in the Deluxe Edition, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. There is plenty more Dragon's Dogma content on the way. In fact, we are doing daily content in the lead up to launch, so make sure you don't miss out. Now, in terms of what you get in the Deluxe Edition for only $10 more, you will get 9 different items on top of obviously the base game itself. And of course, you will get that Ring of Assurance and the 4 extra weapons if you do pre-order it, which is obviously a nice little bonus on top. Now, they have descriptions for all 9 of these on the site, so I'm going to read through all of them so that you guys can get an idea of what they do. The first item as part of the Deluxe Edition is the Explorer's Camping Kit. It says here that this is a special camping kit that becomes available for purchase at shops in-game. Now, you can get a regular camping kit. I'd imagine this one just kind of gives you a bigger boost when you do camp overnight and stuff like that. So this doesn't mean if you don't get the Deluxe Edition, you can't have the campsite. You still can, but this one just looks a little bit better. And like I said, I'd imagine this kind of just gives you a bigger buff when you use it or something like that. Now, we also get 1,500 Rift Crystals. This is seemingly the in-game currency. It can be used to hire pawns or purchase special items. We then also get the Dragon's Dogma music and sound collection. This says that it enables changes to some in-game music and sound effects to those of the original Dragon's Dogma. So if you guys are fans of the original game, you can actually change some of the music and sound effects to be more similar to those in the first game. Something else that we get is called a Wake Stone, and it says here that this restores the dead to life. As far as I know, this is for use on us, so this means that if you die, you can pretty much use it in that moment to actually just like respawn straight away instead of actually having a death and having to restart from the last checkpoint or whatever. We then also get the Art of Metamorphosis. It says that this allows you to edit the appearance of the arisen or of a pawn, which is pretty cool as well. So if you guys don't like the way that your character looks or something, you can actually change your appearance after you've started the game. We also get a Harpy Snare smoke beacon that emits a scent enticing to harpies. Now, harpies are those like bird creatures with a freaking human face. They look absolutely clapped, but this will entice those harpies. So I'd imagine this is for either grinding XP, or they may have some good materials when you kill them, for example, that you can use for crafting. And this is just an easy way to kind of farm them. We'll also get the ambivalent rift incense. It says here that this will change your pawn's inclination. That is a very vague description. I'd have to guess that means you can change their class or their vocation as they're called in this game, but I'm honestly not too sure because I feel like it would just say that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that one. We also get the heartfelt pendant. It says this can be offered as a gift. So I'd imagine this is just used for trading with people, maybe even potentially being able to recruit a pawn without having to pay to hire them, for example. And then finally, we get a makeshift jail key that says it is a key to the jail. I don't know if that means we can escape from a jail if you get put in jail. I know it was like that, for example, in Skyrim, and you could get keys to the jail and get out for free. But the fact that it says a key to the jail almost makes it sound like you want to go into the jail. I don't know why that would be, but that is the final of those 9 items we get in the deluxe edition, which, like I said, you get all of that for only an extra $10. That's almost $1 per item, which I do think is actually pretty damn good compared to, like I said, a lot of the most recent deluxe editions I've seen for some recent games. They are not offering that much, and they also cost a little bit more. So those are all of the key differences between each edition of Dragon's Dogma 2. Hopefully that helps you guys decide which edition you want to buy, because it can often be a pretty hard choice to make for each game. In my opinion, like I said, this deluxe edition is actually super worth it compared to many others that I've seen recently. I just played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last month, and although I absolutely loved that game, the deluxe edition was like an extra $30, and it didn't have even half the stuff that Dragon's Dogma 2 Deluxe Edition is offering. So I do think it is actually worth it for those of you guys who are interested enough in the game. But again, that is up to you guys to decide, and that's what I wanted to help with in today's video. Let me know which one you guys think you're going to get. I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts, and keep your eyes peeled for plenty more content on the channel. Like I said, there is going to be daily content in the lead up to launch, and also plenty more content after, so make sure you don't miss out. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.